Hello everyone, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi and I'm bringing you today part 5 of your Love Story Tarot series. In this Love Story Tarot series, you might be already familiar with it, but for those of you that are new, I just wanted to explain that I take your love story from the moment you meet the one to the final outcome of your relationship. So today we have part 5, and in part 5 I am going to uncover what are the hidden forces that are protecting your relationship. So what spiritual influences are infiltrating into your beautiful love story? Okay, guys, so I have here 6 piles. You do know that we're manifesting the energy of 66666, which is a beautiful number of unconditional love and the number of Venus, okay? It's not the number of the devil. It has nothing negative about it. We're one-upping the patriarchy with our wonderful witchy feminine tarot readings. And speaking of feminine, today I just felt super inspired to use a lot of the divine feminine representations from a deck I absolutely love. This is the Work Your Light deck. I think it was specifically designed for light workers and I am super in love with it. So you have here a choice between the Priestess, the Warrior Woman, the Age of Light, the Star Mother, the Ever Unfolding Rose, and Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Okay, guys? So take a deep breath in, close your eyes, tune into your gut. Which number pops up in your mind? Choose that one. If you choose that one, I can guarantee that you have a higher likelihood that the reading will resonate with you. At the same time, please bear in mind, these messages are just for fun and entertainment, okay? They might resonate with you. You might learn something fun or wise about your relationship. I might be spookily guessing certain aspects of your personality and of your life, but that doesn't mean that whatever I'm saying is actually going to happen. Remember, you have free will and you're the wonderful co-creator of your reality. Okay, guys, so with this loving message, I'm going to see you at your pile. Mwah. Hey pile one, welcome back to my channel. I'm super happy that you are here. So today we're going to uncover what are the hidden forces and the spiritual influences in your love story. Okay, so you were drawn to this Priestess card. Gorgeous. There is already a sense of a deep spiritual influence that is emanating from within you. So let's see what other, perhaps external or internal guides we can uncover. So we have here the Shaman of Reflections, This is Your Life's Purpose, advice from Archangel Michael, Hawk Spirit, let Spirit be your guide. If you hear some bumps in the background, it's just workers outside building. Chickadee, maybe it's something about opportunity knocking on your door. Let me just read what Chickadee says. The time is right to release all patterns and energies. You are ready to embrace change. I feel a very grounded, very stable, very soothing energy with your pile. We have Unakite, answered prayers. All your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. What a pile. Knight of Pentacles. Ah, the Lovers. So what are the spiritual influences that are guiding your connection? Well, I definitely feel that it's you primarily. I feel like you are a very strong individual in the sense of your spiritual practice is very strongly aligned with the things that you do in your life. I hope that makes sense. So it's almost as if I think that the activities that you do in your life, even the daily things such as going shopping and cooking, cleaning, writing emails, I feel like there is a sense that you are imbuing all of these activities with a very healing, a very stable, like a very reliable energy. I'm getting the sense that you are very in tune with the magic that exists in life. You might be noticing synchronicities. You might be coming for tarot readers, or tarot readings, because you are drawn towards this part of this life, right? This kind of occult knowledge, spiritual knowledge, knowledge that has to do with improving your soul rather than just I feel like there is some sort of like it feels a little bit like being on cloud nine. So this energy with your pile, you definitely have a lot of supporters in the spiritual realm, because all of the influences that I have here, they're all basically pointing towards the fact that, see, it's like measuring every word. It's like proceeding through fog. But it's not confusing. It's not a confusing energy. It's just an energy where I feel like there's a lot of veiling happening. Let spirit be your guide. You're ready to embrace change. I feel like at the moment, perhaps you might deal with the unknown. I feel like this relationship, your love story, is going to be shrouded in unknown. So it's almost as if you will have to do a lot of going within yourself and figuring out, what is it I really need? Am I respecting my self-worth? Is being in this relationship good for me? It will be good for you because this person is the one. But I feel like at the beginning, in the first years of this relationship, you will feel as if you have to trust the divine in order for your relationship to move forward. This could be a twin flame pile. So I'm sensing a lot of divine support. So the hidden forces in your relationship are angels, spirits high up above in heaven. As I said, I'm kind of getting this image of cloud nine, fogs, clouds, all of these kind of traditional images in which we tend to imagine that heaven looks like. But we can also have heaven on earth, guys, right? But I'm also drawn to this, see, again, clouds, and you've got birds, so a lot of birds. There is something here about the kingdom of heaven, right? I feel like it will be completely guided by spirit how you meet this person. It will all happen in divine timing. And as I said, the first few years, you will have to trust and have faith. I'm reminded here of Marlene Dietrich and the fact that she plays as Shanghai Lily in one of my favorite movies. And was it Shanghai Express, I think. And she is just fantastic in that movie because she deals with a lot of unknown insurgent forces, and she loves a colonel. Oh God, again, military ranks are always kind of throwing me off the curve. A corporal, sorry, I think he's a corporal or a sergeant or something like that. But she meets this man 5 years after seeing him the first time. So she was kind of trying to earn a living as being, a luxury prostitute in China. And she meets him again and she realizes that she loves him and that it was divine timing for her to meet him on that train. And he feels the same. And they realize that, he also noticed that he loves her. And however, there is a very interesting situation. I'm not going to tell you the entire plot of the movie. It's a beautiful movie. But she has to have faith in order for her relationship to unfold properly. And there is a beautiful moment when she puts her hands together in the dark and she starts praying. And she says that love without faith is not love at all. So that was the core of why I was telling you this really elongated story about Marlene Dietrich. It's because of the fact that love without faith is not love at all, right? So I feel like this is the motto of your relationship. You need to have so much faith that guided divine forces are genuinely moving this connection, even when you think it is not moving. This connection is meant to spiritualize you. You could have a lot of placements such as North Node in Sagittarius or Pisces, or Venus in Sagittarius or in Pisces, or Neptune links or Jupiter connections to your Sun and your Venus or your Moon. So it's all about trusting, it's all about receiving, it's all about handing it over, surrendering it to God. Oh, maybe a lot of 12 house placements. Yes, that's one of the softest house of the zodiac, the house where we need to surrender the ego. So you are meant to have this person. I feel this person is foundational for your life. Could be a North Node in Libra as well. So I feel like you're meant to grow through this relationship, and the person that is meant for you will be divinely guided to appear in your life to play a certain role. And in the first years, until the relationship kind of forms and stabilizes itself, you'll need to trust and prepare yourself for change. I feel like you're this person that can, maybe life has taught you how to have some sort of laser focus only on the things that matter. Use that capacity that you've developed in time to focus only specifically on certain aspects that are important, that matter. Use that capacity to understand what it is exactly that you need to do. This is a lot about following your gut, listening to that inner voice that is kind of guiding you. Which decision should I make now? Let's tune in. What am I hearing, right? I just want to say that if you pray, your prayers are very powerful. Again, maybe a lot of 12th house influences. You could be a little bit psychic, or maybe 8th house powers. That's the house of magic. So I feel like whatever prayers you put out into the world, whichever way you choose to connect with the divine, you will receive instant communication. Okay, it might be freaky at the beginning because you have to align your rational mind with your intuitive gut and with your heart. But trust that if you put out a good intention, and if you summon good spirits, if you summon your angels, your protective ancestors, then you are not going to be in danger. The development of the relationship will be quite slow, but I think it's specifically made to be slow so that you spiritualize yourself, so that you learn to pray, you learn to trust, you learn to have faith, you let go of the ego, you love unconditionally. And I feel that once you place yourself in that moment where you just say, I'm giving it all up to God, I am ready to receive the love of my life, bam, that's when this person comes in. And then you will have moments in your relationship when this person might disappear, or maybe you will be separated. And again, you need to put a lot of faith that if you reach a wall, if you reach a limitation, if you reach a stumbling block, you will be helped, you will be guided. But you have to have the self-starting, the initiating capacity to just ask. Ask God, ask Spirit, ask Buddha, ask Yahweh, Allah, I don't know, whichever entity you believe in, okay? Ask your God, your Spirit, your angel, the angel that you believe in the most, or your pagan goddess, to help you. You have a lot of angelic support around you. I mean, you resonated with this card, right? I feel like the more you spend time reading, learning about the occult, the stronger you will become, and the less afraid you will be about connecting with this unseen world. As I said, there was like a veil at the beginning of your reading. I could feel this energy very strongly. Maybe there's a resistance there because you did get the shaman of reflections. The shamans are medical doctors, right? The ancient medical doctors of tribes. North America, I feel like saying North America, I don't know why. The continent, not the country. So it's kind of like, maybe you have some roots, maybe you're Native Canadian or Native American, you have some roots in in your ancestry connected to that. But it's almost as if you feel like you need to analyze and rationally grasp what is happening in your life. But I feel like the unseen hidden forces that are guiding you in this love relationship, and I'm talking here about the love of your life, are asking you to connect your reason with your heart, right? It's exactly the sign of the cross, right? Why do we do this when we actually, in Christianity, why do you think that people actually put their fingers here and then down and then to the left, to the right? It's not only the cardinal points, north, south, west, and east. It's not only the four elements, but it is also about connecting the mind with the heart or the gut. Connecting, balancing sides, right? The positive in us with the negative in us. The angel on our shoulder with the devil on our shoulder. I feel like you could definitely have a North Node in Libra or some planets in the 12th house. I feel like this is such an important path for you to grow spiritually. You are basically meant to grow spiritually through this love. So be patient. If you reach a stumbling block, that only means that you have to either go deeper and underneath the block, or that you need to redirect your focus. Perhaps you need to surrender rather than push. Control your own inner world rather than your external environment. I feel like this is the really strong message that I'm getting for you, but you should definitely rest assured that your prayers will be answered. You are getting a fantastic love connection here. I don't know, I'm really curious which partner you chose in the first part. Make sure you go and watch that one and let me know. I don't feel like a specific energy here. I feel like it could be any of the 6 partners I named in the first part. But I feel that you will know. Do you see this flickering beautiful light? I just feel like you're protected. I feel like even right now there are spirits coming into your reading, just reminding you that you're protected, you know, you're blessed, you're protected. Just relax into that. Relax into this knowledge. I see you almost as if you're taking this really big risk, almost like you're a bit afraid and you're jumping on your back. So our back, you know, it's a lot about trusting, right? And jumping with your back is like, whoa, one of the most audacious risks that we can take. But you will land on a feather bed. You will land on a feather bed. It's like a lot of people and spirits are going to put their hands together like this, you know, and you will be supported. Yeah. This is the beautiful message that I had for you. I'm kind of tearing up a little bit. I think this was very beautiful. It could be because of the incense as well, but it doesn't usually tear me up. Maybe it's because of the message I just conveyed to you. It's a beautiful message of support and guidance. Your relationship is protected by angels and by divine forces. You are super strongly connected, and you are a protective, unseen force in your relationship. You're able to by controlling your energy, you're able to control the manifestation of this love. Okay, so accept yourself, love yourself, relax into the knowledge that you are blessed and protected by the universe, and magic will happen around you. You'll see. Pile number 1. That was the very comforting message I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure for me to read it for you. Make sure to comment and manifest this magic and claim the message if you enjoyed it. And yeah, also give me a like and subscribe and tap the bell to receive notifications, because there will be a part 6 as well from this series. I got you guys. Okay, bye. Okay, so pile number 2. Hello, how are you? This is for those of you that were drawn to the Warrior Woman card. Yeah, gorgeous card. Reminds me of the Queen of Swords. So let's just see what cards you got. The Sun. We're off to a great start with today's energy, guys. Pile number 1 got the Lovers. You got the Sun. This is awesome. So the Divine Child archetype. Oh my God. What did I say about the Queen of Swords? Whoa! I got like goosebumps. Yeah. Queen of Swords, right? Look at this. Interesting energy. So let's see. Wow, the Companion. You guys. Sense of humor. Advice from Archangel Michael. bluebird. And let me just read you what it says. You are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. Cow spirit, how beautiful is this card, you guys? And it says, the miracles are endless. Then we have smoky quartz, clearing negativity, release negativity from within and around you. Let me just see what this energy is about. It's interesting because I feel like there's a beautiful mix here of optimism, of joie de vivre, right? Like joy for life, excitement, enthusiasm, pleasure, like just feeling good in your body, like just wanting to express yourself, explore everything that life has to offer. But then there is also the energy of pulling everything back in and defending yourself, you know? So I feel like there is a push and pull kind of dynamic here. But, okay, I need to remind myself that this is not about your spirit, but obviously your spirit influences your relationship as well. Because to a large extent, our love relationships are mirrors of ourselves, right? So, unseen forces. Okay, I feel like, and hear me out on this, okay? It might be far-fetched, but I feel like you have a lot of fairy spirits around you. And I feel like they are very cheeky, very mischievous. They are constantly trying to get you to lighten up and have fun. They are pulling pranks on you. They might make you lose objects or hide them around the house just because, you know. They might misplace your post or create like all sorts of haphazard situations, like somebody wants to talk to you or message you, but then they forget to do it, or they do it at a really strange time of the night. Or I feel like you receive, like people start talking to you on the streets in tongues, you know, or like, I feel like a lot of, something about the teeth as well. And as I'm saying this, I hear a chainsaw outside. Jesus Christ, what is happening here? What is this energy? Grinding. Grinding. You could be grinding your teeth. You could be grinding your teeth in your sleep. Ah, okay. So I see what this is. So I think that you are a person that is a little bit a type A personality, you know, type A's. So it's kind of like you want to achieve perfection. You put a lot of pressure on yourself to be the best in your studies, in your relationships, in your personal life, in your like in your friendships group, in the ways in which you take care of yourself. Like you have a very good diet or a very good plan, or you like to jog. You like to take good care of yourself. You could have some Virgo placements, very strong Virgo placements, or planets, benefic planets in the 6th house, you know, or even a lot of planets in the 1st house. You could have some Leo influences as well. So Leo and Virgo are what I'm seeing here. Maybe some Libra, maybe. But anyway, it's not about the astrological aspect. I feel like these kind of sprites and fairies around you, they're just very giddy, earthbound energy, spirits that are connected to the forest, to the woods. They are quite earthy, they are playful, they are like little children, right? I'm very drawn to the fact that there's this card, right? A naked child on a horse, right? with a flag of victory under sunlight. I feel like your spirit guides really want you to lighten up, have fun, express yourself, dance around naked through the house. You know, I feel like this is something you would not consider doing, but they just want you to grow a sense of humor and develop this capacity of making fun of yourself. You might already have experienced this at certain points. Maybe you started cracking jokes at a party and you noticed that people react very benefically towards you. Maybe you enjoy stand-up comedy shows or sitcoms. I feel like just get into that kind of energy, and the more you get into that kind of energy, the more it will benefit your love relationship. You might even, with your partner, have a lot of these sarcastic exchanges. I'm getting here that your partner might be the politician, because I remember that in the description of that character, there was a lot about sarcasm, banter, and light discussions. A lot of to and fro. So I feel like, yeah, and there's something here about being together with a powerful companion or supporting a powerful companion. You could have a lot of masculine energy as well as a woman. I kind of tend to see the sword as a phallic symbol. So you could be hiding your femininity behind a very tough masculine persona. So again, there's that sense of being overly serious, being too committed to the acquisition of finances, to protecting your vulnerability, to not showing the world that you are feminine and that you are soft and that you can be a bit goofy and a bit silly. Maybe you were raised in a household where you were taught that you have to be very serious. Your mother maybe was very critical or perfectionistic, and you kind of internalize those things. Now you find it very hard to actually laugh. You could have Capricorn on the ascendant or Saturn on the ascendant. So I do think that there are hidden reserves of like a lot of humor within you. I feel like sometimes the situations in your life get so tough that you can only make fun of them, just to lighten the mood. And actually the best kind of humor comes from very tough life situations, and we're just able to transmute that energy by just making fun of it rather than taking it seriously and allowing it to overcome us, to defeat us, right? Humor is all about defeating the darkness, the rise of the human spirit in front of any adversity, right? Sagittarian energy. And Sagittarius is the Amerindian warrior who is riding a horse and shooting an arrow, and the arrow is actually dispelling any darkness away. It's actually scaring evil spirits. That's the basic purpose of the sign of the Sagittarius. That's why it follows after Scorpio, because it dispels the dark in which Scorpionic energy liked to immerse itself in. So I don't know why I feel the need to say this to you. Maybe you have some Sagittarius or Scorpio energy, or your person could have these kind of aspects in their chart. So maybe there you go, some additional wisdom on that. But as I said, I feel like your hidden forces in your relationship are sprites and fairies, spirits that actually want to get you to enjoy life, to get you to feel good, to lighten up, to just be very comfortable, to just give back to yourself, take care of yourself, nourish yourself, let go of that sword, let go of the need to control or criticize. I'm not saying that you have a very proeminent need to control or criticize, but there might be these tendencies, and as I said, they could be connected to your childhood and the way that your parents behaved with you. Now, I'm not saying that parents are evil because they do that, but it's just, some parents, that's how they love us. They think that if they fidget and if they criticize us to improve us, we're going to end up being rich, wealthy, fantastic individuals, So forgive and forget and go back into yourself. Go back into yourself. It's really cozy there. It's like this. It's very nice. It's very nurturing. I feel like the cow spirit. Cows are so gorgeous. Have you guys seen what gigantic eyelashes they have? So you could have very beautiful eyes, very beautiful eyelashes. I just think it's such a sweet spirit. It's like, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna munch on my grass, and I'm gonna be very happy. Nobody's gonna push me away. Okay. If you wanna push me away, please go on another pasture. I feel like this is kind of like the internal dialogue. Definitely work on changing that inner critic and that internal dialogue, because this is what the energy around you wants you to do. So your sprites are gonna make fun of you, are gonna constantly pull your leg, kind of complicate your life, maybe throw details into haywire, give you some random haphazard occurrences, just so that you wake up to the idea that you need to start making fun of life, of yourself, of other people that are, getting on your nerves. The lighter you are, the more banter you include in your communication, the more flirty you are, the better it's going to be. And I think like you will learn how to do this in your relationship with the one, right? So the person you met in part one, which, as I said, could be the politician. Yeah, exactly. You're being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. I mean, this is a really straightforward message. Lighten up. Yeah, you come to my channel for something kind and I just give you like this kind of advice. Lighten up. No, honestly, I think this is a very beautiful message. Get more into this kind of energy. Look at this child, honestly. Everyone wants to be that. I would love to be that kind of child. Just frolicking naked on a sunflower field in a gorgeous hot summer day, right? The freedom, the sense of expansion, the carelessness, you know, that this image engenders. And also like bluebirds are so beautiful. Bluebirds, I think that there are birds that usually appear in the spring. I don't know. Where are my ornithologists at? Let me know down in the comment if you're attracted to birds. Bluebirds, are they spring birds? They kind of give me the feeling like I think I were to listen to a bluebird in spring. Anyway, they're beautiful. They're very sweet. They're very colorful. But at the same time, they're just, I think that they have, I don't remember exactly right now, but I think that they have a specific way of singing that is meant to attract their mate. So there is something here about just getting into romantic flirting, into romantic communication, allowing yourself to dream a bit more. You know, this is a very fifth house kind of energy. Fifth house is the house of hobbies, temporary flings, romance, you know, the kind of sexual pleasures that are related to the body, not necessarily to procreation, but just, you know, having fun for the sake of having fun. And it's the solar house. It's the house ruled by Leo. So again, a lot of like letting go of this overcritical kind of mentality, over masculine mentality, and getting into positivity and lightness and having fun. So this is kind of like changing a little bit the masculine energy, because it's still quite a masculine energy. It's the sun, not the moon. And it's not about nurturing. It's about just lighting up a little bit, just cracking a joke, listening to comedy shows, spending time with people that make you laugh. Your person is going to make you laugh. I feel like your person is the bridge between this ultra rational, critical behavior and this optimistic, cheerful, funny, happy-go-lucky kind of energy. I think the final message that I had for you is that your hands might be very important. You might have very beautiful hands, very healing hands. Maybe if you rub your hands, sometimes you feel very much like a lot of warmth, or when you touch surfaces, you feel a lot of warmth. I feel like you could make people laugh with your hands. This could be a specific message for some of you out there. I don't know how you could do that, but maybe massaging them, tickling them. Tickling, oh my god, yeah, tickling. You could tickle people, or people could tickle you. Something just very playful, something very fun. This might seem like some weird advice, but you do have the cow here, and the cow is a lot about these earthly sensual pleasures, right? Miracles are endless. Yeah, when you are in an optimistic energy, when you're feeling really good and happy, you can manifest like this, instantly. Instant thought, instant feeling. Because the universe, you know, is very abundant. It lives in the vibration of yes, you know, it attracts or is attracted to light primarily. And the speed of light travels the fastest, right? So if we manifest from a place of light, from a place of love, from a place of optimism and exuberance, then our thoughts and our intentions, as we send them out, tend to come back at us with the same kind of speed quite quickly. So I feel like this is the message that I have for you, pile number 2. I'm not going to keep you too long. Thank you so much for being on my channel. Please comment to manifest magic. And yeah, subscribe, like, tap the bells to receive notifications because part 6 is coming. This is part 5, right? Oof, when I'm channeling, my logical mind takes a temporary break. Anyway, so yeah, guys, I love you very much. Please take care of yourself during this period. Mwah! Bye. Hey, pile 3. For those of you that were drawn to the Age of Light card, yeah. So this is your reading. Welcome. This is going to be about the hidden forces and the spiritual influences in your connection, okay? So let's see what cards we got for you. The Hunter of Conflict. Take your time making this decision. Advice from Archangel Michael. White Swan. The power of the divine grace is within you. The Horse Spirit. Freedom is yours. Number 33 could be a significant angel love number for you. The Diamond. Wow. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. Queen of Wands. And Page of Wands. I feel like this might resonate with those of you that chose the Artist as your lover. I don't know why. I just had this intuition, inspiration to say so. And I feel like you might actually be slightly older than your partner. Or if you're not older, you are more spiritually developed than your partner, the Artist, okay? Your partner is going to genuinely like this guy. See? Put his wand next to yours, but admire you more. You're like a queen on a throne. You're quite authoritative in your capacity to be a spiritual grounding force. You're also much more playful and definitely more sexy than your partner. Okay, so yeah. The hidden unseen forces in your connection. Horse Spirit, White Swan. There's a sense of like royalty. I mean, the horse and the swan could actually be good omens in your connection. If you see swans or horses, especially white horses, these are clear indications that the hidden forces are manifesting in your reality. So the hidden forces that are protecting your connection are manifesting in your reality. It's almost like it's a high five from spirit, you know, if you see a white horse or a white swan in your surroundings. Potentially when you'll be together with your artist. There is a sense of like, I feel like the forces that are around you that are protecting this connection have to do with royalty. They're regal. They are, you see this kind of light, golden molten light. And again, the swan is like one of the empress of the birds, right? One of the most, considered to be one of the most delicate, beautiful looking, graceful birds, even though swans are actually quite big as birds and quite strong. They have very strong feet, you know, and their necks are very strong as well, so they can peck things and sometimes can even attack people as well. But we have this understanding of them that they're very graceful, you know, very regal. And like Tchaikovsky made ballerinas imitate them, right? In this famous opera. So the horse spirit. Again, so there is this force, like horses are very dignified. They look amazing, right? They look like they're these energy bearers. Like they not only, it's not that they transmute energy, but it's just, they're just very noble, you know? You have to be very careful how you talk to them. You're quite sensitive as well, how you move around them. obviously a lot of animals are, but I feel like horses are just on another level in terms of their sensibility, but also their strength. So again, there's something about sensibility and strength, strength and gracefulness. This kind of two things coming together, forming like a net that is impenetrable. And I feel like the guiding forces around you are potentially, because I'm not getting any like angels, or I think that they are people down your lifeline in past lives, ancestors that could have had positions of power, or your family somehow worked for people in positions of power. They somehow left a mark and they came back. It's almost like you've got golden ancestors, for lack of a better word. It's very difficult to describe this energy because it's as if regal ancestors. You've got regal support from people that were in some way leaders, chiefs, captains, spiritual authorities. You've got them around you. They're protecting your connection. They are blessing your connection. Your connection is very noble. I'm just thinking whether this could be the CEO. It might be. It might be connected to the CEO. There could be, so when you come together with this partner, there could be a lot of tension, envy, strife around your connection. Maybe some people are going to try to block it. You will have some challenges, some obstacles to overcome. Maybe other people, other parties will try to enter it, will try to dissolve it, will try to spread gossip, just to get you guys to separate. It's almost as if people don't want to see you together, because together you're very powerful. You're like a power couple. So you're going to have to be quite patient, and you're genuinely going to have to sit on your throne, like embody this kind of inner strength, especially you as the woman. I know I'm talking to a large collective of women, but take it as it applies. You could be this masculine energy, the page, admiring how strong your partner is. The woman in this connection is going to be the leading force, the one who's going to say, no, I'm not leaving, I'm not budging, I am here to stay, nobody's going to push me away. It rhymes. So I feel like all you have to do is persevere. If people are gonna like try to shade you, don't react. If people are gonna try to intervene in a relationship, politely tell them to fuck off. Politely, okay? Don't copy me. If relatives are gonna intervene, just tell them it's none of their business. You know, this is a relationship between you and your person. You're gonna have to stand strong, and your ancestors are gonna guide you in this. There's this regal energy surrounding you, helping you act in this way, helping you sit on that throne and not having anyone take it away from you. Maybe this is how Game of Thrones should have ended, with Daenerys on the throne. Anyway, let's not get into that. But I do feel like you are this very strong feminine energy that needs to stand her ground in this connection in order for the connection to survive and outlast. That doesn't mean that your partner is not going to do anything. It's not just going to sit around and be like, oh, you're so beautiful, I'm just going to allow myself to be influenced by these people. No, but your partner is learning about spirituality from you. They might not be that spiritual. As a CEO, they could live much more in their mind, so they might not have that much time for petty everyday concerns, you know, not even petty, why did I call them that? No, it's everyday concerns, you know. They might not have time. They need to think about their latest invention or innovation, or how their company works from a large perspective, right, to take into account the big picture. And you might actually be left to handle the brunt of the everyday work. And in this everyday work, you need to stand strong. Meghan Markle your way through this. Meghan Markle your way through this. You can do it. So you've got some very strong, royal, leader type of ancestors, that are guiding you. You see, like, it's almost like there are these Reiki healing hands. Again, hands seems to be a theme in the readings today. Maybe like everyone needs to listen to some Reiki videos on YouTube, or like just watch them or have them be played in the background. I'm doing one at the moment, so maybe that's the energy that's influencing this reading as well. But it's really like, you see, value your self-worth. You have to stand in the knowledge of how powerful you are. And again, see, it's you were drawn to the age of light, right? Look at all the light that comes from these two cards. It's fantastic, right? Standing in your light, poised, perfect. Graceful, yet strong. Yeah? Again, as with the horse spirit, graceful but strong. Physical stamina, that's what you need during this period. In order to overcome all this hunter conflicting energy coming your way. This is not the hunter as in the hunter, the partner, but I feel like it's a dynamic, conflictual energy around you, created by the fact that you guys, when you come together, you have such a strong magnetic aura when you're together with your lover. But you're protected by golden ancestors. Your ancestors could have been light workers as well. Leaders and light workers. That's a really interesting one. I never thought of it before. See, you're giving me an insight as well. But yeah, I was just drawn to the fact that the first line in this prayer says, Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach the situation. Remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. There you go. And with this, I'm going to wrap up your reading. These were the beautiful light worker, leader type of golden influences from your ancestors that are protecting and spiritually guarding over your love story. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was a pleasure for me to read it for you. Pile number, was it 3 or 4? Pile number 3. I said it in pile number 2. When I channel, I get a little bit woozy, lightheaded, and not so logical. So yeah, pile number 3. I'm sorry. Mea culpa. Yeah. Hope to see you again on my channel. Please comment down below to manifest magic. Share, subscribe, tap the bell for notifications because part 6 is coming at you. Ha, this one I got right, part 6. Okay, guys. Love you. Take care. Hello. Pile 4. How are you? So this is the Star Mother crew. The ones of you that were drawn to this gorgeous image of an almost like floating woman dressed in light blue. Roses at her feet. I mean, how gorgeous is that? Roses at your feet. Your feet. I feel like I'm just getting this intuitive message. Your feet might need to be placed somewhere up. You might need to bathe them in rose water. Or, like, I feel like your feet are asking for your attention. Okay, moving on with the cards you have. Dancer of Beginnings. I don't know why I said that about the feet, because this is about hidden forces. But let's just see. Maybe this all ties in. Guarded and protected. This is your advice from Archangel Michael. Then you have Meadowlark. Smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. Then you have Whale Spirit. Trust in the great mystery. Wow. Malachite, prosperity. There is a positive shift in your flow of divine support. the Star, the Devil. Wow, two major arcanas. And I'm very drawn to the fact that you chose Star Mother and the Star came out. Wow. Goosebumpy. I love it when Spirit does this. Okay, so who are your unseen hidden forces? Okay, I feel like there's a battle of light and dark over your connection. With the Star and the Devil, it just sends me thinking to the fact I'm getting a little bit lightheaded as well. This is so strange. So there is this game, this dance between demonic, devil-like influences, and don't get worried, it's not like you'll have monsters under the bed. It's mostly like you will be drawn towards acting like lesser than who you really are. Maybe pushed into a situation where you might want to devalue your self-worth, engaged in a lot of excessive consumption of alcohol, drugs, smoking. So things that kind of lead you to your own downfall, that take away from your light, that take away from your energy, like might be tempted to malnourish yourself or to put yourself in demeaning situations or to allow yourself to be surrounded by toxic people or to just remain in situations where you feel burdened. So that's one energy that wants to play into your relationship, that wants to seep itself through the cracks in your relationship. And then the other energy is very hopeful. It's very nurturing. It's almost like it's trying to pour the divine water of knowledge into the cracks of your relationship. It tries to pour in light. It tries to make you become aware of your spirituality, of your hidden powers, of the fact that when you call for spirit, you get a reply of the fact that you are protected, so it's almost like having a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. There is a dance, right, between these energies, between light, angelic, because the Star is representative of Aquarius and Aquarius represents the kingdom of heaven. So and then you have Capricorn here, which represents material, grounded energy, right? It also represents like cornucopia. Capricorn is the satyr, right? So the one that frolics and just enjoys physical things, right? Does not have a spiritual side, cannot attain spiritual knowledge. So there could be a push and pull here also between being more open-hearted and more trusting with other people and in your relations with others and being more kind, and being more selfish and being more pulling back your energy and thinking that it's you against the world and people are just stupid and they don't understand anything. So it's that kind of mentalities, two very contrasting mentalities that are dancing around. So this is your energy around it. However, I feel like you could potentially be a star seed. You could have so much inner energy within you to create, to manifest, to produce, to light up, right? To light up the dark. So the choice is up to you whether you will allow either of these two influences to come into your relationship. You might want to just balance the two influences, do a little bit of, do a little bit of toxicity and then come back towards the light. I'm sorry, but this is what I see. So I'm being honest and real with you. I'm telling you what I see. But I think the most important thing is that you need to connect with your capacity, with your deeper sense of self, because this is what whale spirit kind of lets me know. This is about sonar communication. This is about sending waves and ripples into the ocean. This is about gravity and having a body that is very large and very noticeable and very imposing. But at the same time, you are living in an environment that makes you feel light, right? So it makes you feel as if you can move, as if you can push through any obstacle. Water is phenomenal. It's just, it flows into any crevice, and it destroys with its overwhelming softness. You need a lot of water to actually destroy something, but oh my God, when it comes, it's unstoppable, right? So I feel like there is this, again, this thing, it's like the water makes bodies float as well. So it is about the fact that whatever is heavy and dark in the water can be lifted up and can be brought to the surface and can be held and nurtured. However, the ocean has some of the deepest depths and the deepest darkness in the world. And a lot of mysterious creatures live in that deep darkness, in a world of cold, and in a world where the rays of the sun do not actually reach the ground because they are too far away from the sun. So there is this sense of, again, dwelling in the depths of life, or actually rising above and meeting the challenge. So that was my laptop. There we go. So it's kind of like a confirmation from spirit that you are pushed between these two choices, right? You could be a tarot reader and an oracle reader. I don't know why I feel the need to say this, but I just thought about saying it. So I feel like Star Mother represents you as a star seed, potential star seed, and you have this fantastic capacity. You're basically the hidden force in your relationship. And I think this came up for pile number 1 as well. They were such a strong spiritual force, but more heavenly guided than your energy. I feel like your energy is able to manipulate material reality, but also you're able to channel the higher realms. So one way you could do this is you could, for example, you could think about something and you can manifest it quite quickly into your reality. So I would say, if you think negatively about something, you will manifest it instantly. If you think positively about something, again, you will manifest it instantly. This guarded and protected kind of lets me know not only that if you choose to be, you can be guarded and protected, but also, see this flickering light, so nice, it's from my candle, but also that you can protect and guard others, okay? So you are never, okay, I see why this thing is. So you might fall sometimes into this victim mentality. It's like, oh, woe is me, why does this happen to me? Well, things happen to you because you have the power to control them. You have the power to manipulate a situation to its desired outcome. It's just that you need to choose whether you want to go for the dark or the light. In this love connection, you are the hidden force of this love connection. You could be having a Jupiter in Aries, or placements in Aries, in the 8th house maybe, very strong Scorpio as well. It's almost as if Spirit knows that you're very powerful and that you have free will, and you're really into your free will. You are really able to, bring into being whatever it is that you're thinking. And as a starseed, you basically are one of the purest energetic concentration of the universe here on Earth. So smile, you'll soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. I feel like maybe you're just at the beginning of your spiritual work, and I would say persist with it and try to see and balance the devil with the star, because you will actually be able to amass quite a lot of prosperity. And I think that you're just awakening to your capacity to manifest not only this love relationship, but also prosperity in your life. So a lot of abundance could be flowing into your life the more you think about what you need and request it from the universe, and start making plans and start adapting your life to welcome your manifestation, because there are some small changes that we need to make in order for our manifestations to actually come into our life. For example, if you want a lover, you have to think about how will that lover fit into your current reality. Are you able to live together? Are you able to work, to both have work opportunities in the city in which you live? Are you able to have a baby? You know, where will you raise the baby? So on and so forth. So all sorts of things like that. You have to keep those in mind. But initially, all you have to do is work on yourself and balance these two aspects, right? Because the hidden unseen forces are both the demons and the angels, are both the negative aspects of life and the positive aspects of life. And it's up to you which one you want to, in which direction you want to go to. I think that this was the overall message. I just got an intuitive hit that I should stop there. I just want to leave you with these two beautiful cards, right? One thing I learned as well when I was doing my deep inner work and kind of walking through my dark night of the soul a couple of years ago, I realized that, you know, I'm a Pisces and there are two fish swimming in different directions. And I feel like this is significant for me to tell you with this whale spirit here. You have to learn how to swim low in certain periods of your lifetime when more attention to depth is required, and then how to swim high when you need to come up and breathe air and be slightly more superficial and be slightly more playful and more mad girl or mad man about town, you know, and drink cocktails and have fun and, you know, play around a little bit. But then you also need to remember that you need to go deep again and nourish your relationships and work at the foundations of your life. The relationship with your lover is definitely going to bring this up. And I feel like you will astound yourself through the fact that whatever you think and you feel about your love story is going to manifest. So you be careful with this. I'm here to just let you know that you are guarded and protected, and your energy is guarded and protected, but you're a powerful manifester. Yeah, powerful, you're a powerful manifester. You've got the energy of a star within your soul. Yeah, so be careful not to shine that bright that you implode. Rather just, you know, adorn other people's life with your light. Yeah. On this very poetic metaphor, I'm going to leave you with this message. I hope it helped or resonated in some way. Please let me know down in the comments if you want to manifest magic together with everyone, my crew, my lovely crew. And yeah, tap the bell to receive notifications, subscribe, like, because there is part number 6 coming at you quite soon. We'll see how things go with my personal readings. But yeah, I love you guys. Take good care, my wonderful starseeds. Bye. Hey Pile 4, welcome back to my channel. So if you skipped over the intro, this is going to be a reading regarding what are the hidden and spiritual unseen forces that are guiding your connection. I do apologize if you hear some beating and some like chainsaw kind of activity in the background. My windows are all closed in my room. However, I live in a neighborhood where people are hammering and hitting and building a lot. So this is not something I can control. I'm really, really sorry. But as I'm saying this, it's like, let's not have this detract from your wonderful reading. This is my pile as well. If you were attracted to the ever unfolding rose, let's just see what hidden unseen forces are coming for you. So we have here the Knight of Cups. This is my favorite knight in the whole tarot deck. The Strength card, Leo energy. Healthy communication and relationships, Aqua Aura. And it says here, heart-to-heart discussions and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. Ooh. White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. White Owl, this is awesome, 2 white omens. White Owl, the wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. And we have new beginnings and a fresh start. This is the advice from Archangel Michael. Again, white wings, right? Hunter of Strength. Needless to say, I think that you have a lot of white entities around you. If you see white birds primarily, this is a clear indication that spirit is communicating to you. You are safe, you are protected, you are guided. I feel like there is something here about you are surrounded by angelic energy, protective angelic energy. And I feel like doing this with my hands, just kind of like a Reiki healing thing. This happened in other piles in today's reading. There is a big theme here about hands, Reiki healing, and just using the energy to heal, right? So I do feel like you have omens and protective forces in the bird world and in the world of angels. So there might be some correspondences here with pile 2, I think, and pile 1. They also had some connections in the spirit world. 66 could be a very significant angel love number for you. I think this is wonderful because I chose this pile, and my intention is with these readings to create, because I give you 6 choices in all of my readings, to create 66666. So kind of like a string of perpetual sixes, because 6 is the number of Venus, and I want to infuse my channel with this beautiful, loving, feminine energy. We do need more of it, especially during these times when in the skies we have a lot of paternalistic Capricorn energy, so we need to balance it out, right? Again, I feel like with the flower there is a sense here of tenderness, kindness, femininity. It's almost like you're taking a leap of faith on your back, but you're like opening yourself and you're saying, you know what, I just want to open, I just want to love. And the interesting part is that the more you open up and the more you realize that you don't want to wait for love, you create love. And the more you realize that you are love, you know, the more you do this, the more you open up, the more you realize you are love. You don't have to search for love externally of yourself. It's already within you, you know, you create it. And I think this is kind of like a gorgeous energy. Wow. And I feel like it's just flowing. There is no block in this energy. This is beautiful. I feel like the moment when you'll see this reading, something wonderful is going to happen in your life. A new energy is going to manifest. Something is going to begin. If you want some help during this period, pray to your angels. They are around you all the time. All you have to do is just, hey, let them know, wake them up. They are more than eager to intervene and to help you. Your angels love you. They might kiss you during your sleep. It's kind of making me tear up because I feel like there is so much love and so much protection around you. And this is wonderful because you are taking this love from the divine and pushing it back into the world, right? So you're like a channel for love for other people. In your love connection, you could be together with the hunter. I'm just saying this. I don't know why, but I feel like the hunter is a very big kid in his heart and his soul. So in spite of the muscular external behavior, I feel like there is this energy, right? Hercules energy, and she's taming Hercules. So if you're a feminine in this reading, you are the one that is kind of like, I have this image of you putting your hand on a gigantic monster's face and just calming him down, and that gigantic monster turns into a very adorable puppy, you know. So it's kind of like that kind of situation. Beauty and the Beast could be like a theme in your connection. But it's just gorgeous. Wow, and the words are just flowing out of me. This is wonderful. Hunter has strength and you got strength. So I feel like you are, no matter how you look on the outside, no matter what people tell you about yourself, you could be very soft looking, very vulnerable. You are on the inside made of motherfucking asbestos. I don't know, not even asbestos, titanium, you know, unobtainium. Heyo, for those of you that actually got this reference. You're just like unbreakable on the inside, you know. You could look very soft on the outside, but you have like double strength, right? Industrial strength. Whatever happened to you was meant to spiritualize you, and you gradually came to this awareness. And the moment when you realized that all of the hardships in your life were meant to help put you on the path of unconditional love, and the moment you realize that the more you put your faith in the universe, the more you realize how the universe loves you and how it gives you the resources you need to survive at any given point, I feel like you just, something cracked open within you. It's like heart chakra imploded, and I think you cried a lot, but you cried of gratefulness, you cried of joy, you cried because you were astounded to see how, even if your external reality kept manifesting awful people that took from you, that took advantage of you, that wanted to steal from your light and your creativity, that didn't matter because you knew you were protected by spirit, and you were able to take that belief and to just run with it. And this belief is nourishing you so much at the moment. It's healing your femininity. It's caressing you while you sleep. It's making you rest in the knowledge that anything can happen to you in this life, and you are loved by spirit. You are unbreakable, honestly. And I feel like tearing up when I say this. Honestly, you are just wonderful. A wonderful person. I don't want to get soppy right now. I think I'm getting a bit emotional because I also chose this pile, and I feel like I needed this message during this period. Especially since I kind of let go of my twin flame connection, you guys. I think you know that, and it's hurting a little bit, you know. I have to say, I'm gonna be honest, it's hurting a little bit, but we won't let that get us down, right? We are going to meet the hunter. I feel like I didn't know, I generally felt that the CEO could be my counterpart, but it seems like the hunter is coming very strongly through this pile. So yeah, it will blow my mind if you actually chose the hunter from the beginning up until this point and you tell me that this resonates, honestly. Because everything I do is completely spontaneous. I don't even edit my videos. I just push play and run with it, right? Because I'm channeling heavily as I'm reading for you guys. So I just think that something very beautiful is in the works for you at the moment. This person is the hunter, is hunting you. You know, whatever you seeks you. I feel like this is your relationship is the quintessence of that saying, right? And you are just protected. I feel like the more you give in to your femininity, the more you kind of embody Lakshmi or Devi kind of energy, you're gonna be rewarded and rewarded. I feel like you're a beacon of light and femininity, and you're helping people heal their feminine selves as well, because you rose up to the understanding that the feminine is important and it should be respected and nourished, because you were disrespected so often throughout your life. White raven spirit, white light worker energy, right? This is just like pure medicine. I see the raven as the doctor of the bird world. I don't know why. The crow, the raven, even if they're black, but especially if they're white, it's like an extra boon of light. I feel like they are just birds that I'm not scared of them, to be honest. I know that they linger around cemeteries. I know that Edgar Allan Poe dedicated a poem to them, famous one. They're used as creepy symbols in goth and horror movies, but they are just wonderful birds. They just cleanse the space. They cleanse the energy. They're almost like black cats. You know, black cats have been reviled for centuries and considered to be the cats of witches, and, you know, tortured as well alongside with the witches. But black cats, and any kind of cats, to be honest, are fantastic energy purgers. So you notice, perhaps if you have a cat, you notice how the cat tends to prefer certain bizarre corners of the house. Well, that's because there might be some stagnant negative energy in that corner, and the cat just loves to sit in it and transmute it. Okay, they are fantastic. I mean, cats are, to my mind, the most amazing animals in terms of their connection between the spirit world and the material plane. So that's not to say that dogs aren't amazing. I mean, if you're a dog person, wonderful. I love so many different types of animals. I just have this special connection with cats, maybe because I'm a little bit of a witch. I don't know why I feel the need to talk so much about myself in your pile, you guys. It's the first time this is happening to me, but I'm just gonna go with it and accept it. Maybe you guys need to hear this. Maybe you want to connect with me deeper. You chose the pile that I chose, so maybe there is some energy exchange happening here, and I'm just gonna go with it, okay? But I do apologize if this sounds a bit too much, if centered on me. I do take care of my readings to talk about you more than about myself, because I don't like it when readers focus too much on themselves. Anyway, moving back to the message of the aqua aura, I feel drawn to this card. So it says here, healthy communication and relationships. And what was I just saying? You know, I feel like there needs to be a give and take, a proper exchange of energy between you and the other person. And I feel like you're very focused at the moment on, you're very attentive. What do I give and what is given to me in return? And you're very attentive that you maintain a balance in this connection. You're very careful not to overgive, but you're also careful not to undergive, right? And I feel like you've been healing your communication a lot in the last year. So there might have been some karmic lessons regarding how you speak. You might have been pushed to speak a lot from the heart, and you learned the fact that your words have power. So you have to be very careful to choose to speak from your heart chakra rather than from a kind of imbalanced crown chakra, right? And what I mean by that is when our cortex is overactive and we tend to allow the inner critic to take over. We are too much in our frontal lobe, and our frontal lobe is all about control functions, right? So it's like our control cockpit, if you want to think of your head like an airplane. There you go. Classically weird Lexi time and strange airplane metaphor for your brain. Anyway, I don't think that there is much more that I can say regarding your pile. I feel like this was bizarrely beautiful and kind of emotional. The forces that are protecting you are white birds, white owls, white ravens, white doves. If you see a white bird, that's a clear message that Spirit is saying, heads up, I love what you're doing, keep doing you, or we're here to help, pray to us. Your counterpart is the hunter, and you are going to be a powerhouse of strength when you guys come together. Your inner strength, your inner spiritual strength that you've gathered after a long series of testing relationship, testing emotions, things being taken away from you. I feel like you had to give so much and surrender and lose so much. This guy is going to come into your life and destroy everything, honestly. Not only through the fact that he'll be intimidatingly very masculine, muscular, like a bodybuilder, right? Remember, Jason Momoa kind of type. But also because he will live from the heart, and he'll have such a beautiful, loving spirit, and he'll just make you feel like a goddess, honestly, because you will have this guy's heart and protection, and you will give him in return your emotional strength, because this guy needs your emotional strength. He's not as strong emotionally as you are. He's physically stronger, and you might not be that physically stronger. You are just spiritually, and your essence, your inner fire is super strong, okay? Unbreakable. So this is a really beautiful, wow, this is a really beautiful reading. You guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, comment down below, claim this message if you enjoyed it. Let's manifest magic. And yeah, share, like, subscribe, tap the bell for notifications, because part 6 is coming up, hopefully soon. I'll see how I'm handling the personal readings, because I got a lot of them, and I'm super grateful for that, guys. And yeah, I hope to see you again in my next video. Until then, take care, my lovely crew, okay? I love you. Okay, last but never least, pile number 6. Those of you that were drawn to Anna, grandmother of Jesus. She's a very mysterious character, right? I mean, I actually heard about her the first time I bought this deck, because usually you would hear about Mother Mary or Mary Magdalene. These were the two main women in Jesus's life story, right? And to my mind, I just need disclaimer. I do use a lot of biblical references in my readings, because that's the tradition in which I was born, but I'm in no way religious in the classical traditional sense. I just think that the Bible is a gorgeous collection of stories that belong to a certain time and place, and I'm attracted to the myths in the book and to the stories, to the relationship between the characters, right? I mean, it's almost like a superhero book of its time, if you want to see it like that, okay? No disrespect there for people who actually believe in it as being the book of God. Anyway, so Anna, grandmother of Jesus, super interesting, mysterious character. Let's see what cards you got. The Fool, Major Arcana, we start well. Oh, 7 of Wands. standing that ground, okay? Stampeding. Nobody's gonna push me down. Good on you. Rubelite, passion and purpose. Let me just read you what it says. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. Ooh, high five my creators. Hello. Starfish spirit. Why did I say it like that? Starfish spirit. Open to infinite possibilities. White eagle, fantastic. We had so many white birds in pile number 5 and my nose has started running. Whenever there's water leaking out of my nose, it's a clear confirmation to me from spirit that there's something magical happening here. So the connection to divine guidance is within you, white eagle. So you might have a telephone line connected to spirit. Spirit of nurture. And eternal love, you guys. Let's see what it says. Help me perceive, so this is the prayer to Archangel Michael. Help me perceive all the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love. I just want you to look, take a good look at this card. I hope that it can focus. There's this beautiful angel, right? Holding that maiden. I want to live in this card. It's so beautiful. But then again, you also have fantastic other beautiful cards. Starfish, connection to the sea, the seaside. You might be longing for the seaside. If you're lucky enough to live next to nature during this period, please go and bathe in the sea or just take long walks on the beach. For all the rest of us that do not have that, please. Okay, you'll be doing us a solid favor. I think that there is something here about, yeah. What is this energy? Yeah, okay. I feel like, because I felt it with Anna, grandmother of Jesus, so I feel like you are, the unseen force and guiding spiritual presence in your love story is your child, your unborn child or your soon-to-be child. Your child is actually bringing you and your lover together. And this is fantastic because I had some thoughts about how you can manifest twin flame relationships more easily if instead of working deeply on yourself or focusing on your partner, you focus on the child that you guys are going to have together and try to summon the spirit of your child or connect with the child's spirit. It might sound really insane and out there, but you know, there is this saying that children choose their parents, right? And if this is true, if we genuinely sign these karmic contracts before we reincarnate and we choose a specific place, a specific family, a specific astrological combination when we are born into this world with a specific birth chart that gives us a lot of good luck, but also a lot of tension and challenges. And if this is true, you really do want to connect with that child and you do want to get some messages from that child. You want to get in touch with that baby because that baby is also part of you. And especially in a twin flame relationship where you are your partner and then your baby is a combination of you and your partner. It's basically like the higher developed sense of self that emerges from the unity of two people that become a flame again. I was just looking outside because I think it started snowing very gently. White, again, white eagle, white snow, or white flakes. There is something here about I feel like the more you connect with the spirit of this child that is guarding and protecting your love story, the more you will get in touch with this maternal instinct, with this desire to nurture someone, with this desire to lay the foundations of a family. Because I have the feeling that your capacity to manifest a family, to get in touch with your divine mother within and to mother yourself has been wounded in this lifetime. The sea can be very calming to you. It can heal you deeply. Water, emotions, right? Water is the element that purifies and the element that reminds us to flow, to trust, to love, to give in to this abundant fertility, right? Water element is all about having sex with feelings, you know, making love, right? It's about that emotional connection, something in the heart starts from the heart chakra and then connects deeply to the root chakra. You need to have both to connect with water energy. So that's why I was drawn towards the fact of letting you know that you should take walks on the beach if you can, or just watch water flowing, you know, these calming, relaxing videos on YouTube about rainforest music or tranquil sounds of nature that involve water. I think that's such an important element that you need more in your life. I feel like you might either lack water or you've got north node placements in water, so you're not very comfortable with water. So the more you spend time around it, the more spiritually elevated you will become, the more you'll get in touch with this divine mother archetype within you. So let's say you had a very tough mother, or you don't know who your mother is, or your mother was taken away from you. Really tough things to happen in your lifetime, you know, because the mother is quintessential for our existence here on earth on so many different levels. And it hurts a lot when we don't receive that love that we see other mothers give to their children. And the fact that we see it in other people hurts even more because it makes you feel unwanted and unloved. But I'm here to tell you, as a personal story as well. God, I'm sharing so much of myself in this video. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's a hidden forces video and that's my job, to read energy and the occult. Even if your mother is a specific type of personality, you can forgive and forget, or let her go. Let her do her own thing. You can connect with the divine mother and you can feel like the divine mother is the one nurturing you. Gaia, for example, which represents the deity of the earth, the foundational creation energy of the earth. Or any other kind of feminine deities that you choose to worship. You can even choose Anna, the grandmother of Jesus. You know, maybe from this reading, it's the first time you hear about her. I knew for me it was a surprise when I found out about this character, but you could use her as well as some sort of nurturing maternal archetype, so you can lay the foundations of your own self-mothering. And the more you mother yourself, the more kinder you are with yourself, the more you watch how you speak to yourself, how you give indications to yourself, the more you're going to strengthen this relationship with your inner mother, and you'll feel confident that you in your turn can be a great mother. Because I think this is the issue here, right? Passion and purpose. I feel like your purpose is related to you bringing into this world a very significant child. And this child is going to come about from the connection that you share with this person. You might have chosen the counselor. I feel like this is the counselor pile. So you might have chosen the counselor to be together with him. And this is a man who has a lot of emotional intelligence, right? Is very aware and is very nurturing and listening. So he will help you with healing your inner mother archetype, your wounded anima. I also wrote a blog post about that if you want to go and check it out on thespiritualsocial.wordpress.com. But at the same time, I feel like you really, so the more you nurture this maternal archetype, the more you'll feel like you are ready to become a mother. And when you are ready to become a mother, your child is going to manifest, and it will be the most healing and nurturing relationship that you will have in this lifetime. You have your child guiding over you. I feel like with White Eagle, spirit of nurture, this is the energy of your baby swirling somewhere around your relationship. The moment you will meet the counselor, this energy is going to feel even stronger because the manifestation is going to be close because you found your counterpart, right? The counselor, he's the father of your child. He's meant to be. All you have to do is stop being defensive about the idea that you won't be a good mother. let go of the fear, let go of this blockade. It's like you armored yourself up, you know. It's like, no, nobody's gonna get me to give my power away. Because maybe you see motherhood as losing power. Maybe your mother was put in a powerless situation in your childhood, and you saw that you should never do this. You should never allow a man or society to take away from your feminine power. But what happened to your mother does not need to happen to you, because you have a completely different life path. This is really important. I feel like this is such a strong message I need to convey. It's like a mini therapy session. You need to take a risk. You can take a risk. Look at all this bright energy around it. Eternal love. And I think this eternal love is not only connected to the fact that you'll be together with this guy, with the counselor, but also your baby. Your baby is going to be the love of your lifetime. And you're going to be shocked and surprised at how good of a mother you are intuitively. And primarily because you have been through a situation where you did not receive the mothering that you needed. You learned how to mother yourself, and you're going to be a great mother to this child. There's so much positivity, so much yellow, so much light in this card. No matter how scary it might look here, we don't know what's actually coming up next, right? It could be a bridge. It could be that he's just taking a small step and there's another rock formation that he could just easily channel to the other side. It could be a gigantic gap in the universe and he's just jumping straight forward into it. It could be anything. But I think in this case, it's the sea. It's a body of water, and this is just a metaphor for you allowing yourself to dive deep into your emotions. Feel all your feelings, my darling, all your feelings. Allow your emotions to come over you. Release them. I feel like you've been repressing them a lot because of these hurtful maternal kind of dynamics. But you are passionate, and your purpose is to nurture others. There are spirits around you that want to give to you. Open to infinite possibility. This is a sign of hope, at least, a sign of beauty. You are divinely protected. I feel like there's been such beautiful messages of protection for all the members of my crew. Guys, I feel like this is fantastic. I don't know what, I like getting a bit tingly, you know? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Let go of the fear regarding this maternal archetype. You might have Moon conjunct Saturn. It's a very difficult placement, I know. You feel like your emotional world and your femininity is being frozen. But in time it gets better. And you are meant to actually bring into this world through this nurturing mothering that you're giving to yourself, through the love that you're going to give to the counselor. He's going to help you create a baby, and that baby's going to be the love of your life. I don't see if the baby's going to be a son or a daughter or twins or something in between. I just think this is wonderful. You're just laying the foundations to this mothering, right? The divine plan. All you need to do is, let go. As difficult as it may sound. Relinquish the fight. Relinquish the struggle. It served you for a while, but now you're reaching a point in your life where you're just divinely guided towards your purpose. And this, I feel like this relationship, the final outcome is eternal love. But wait, I haven't filmed that series, that part of the series yet. Okay, it's coming, don't worry. I'm just gonna leave you with these two beautiful cards, right? Pile number 6. It was such a pleasure for me to give you this message. I hope that it helped. If it somehow bothered you, because it felt like a mini therapy session, feel free to just, move past it. Maybe choose another pile. But I think it was really empowering and very beautiful what is happening at the moment. There is a lot of optimism and a lot of hope and eternal love coming your way. So, my darlings, that was the video. Please share, like, subscribe. Tap the bell for notifications because I'm going to release another episode in this series. I'm super happy to see how you reacted to this series. My crew is growing each day, and stay tuned because I'll be doing a live session coming up quite soon, and I want to celebrate with you guys during these really difficult times. Hopefully I can give you messages of deep hope and deep healing and optimism and love to keep you nurtured while we are undergoing this massive planetary change. I love you guys so much. Take care.